We are live at Darien High School on the DAF Media Network. High school varsity boys basketball. Tonight, it's the Darien Blue Wave taking on the New Canaan Rams in an FCIAC rivalry game. Hi, everybody. Damien Andrew here. So glad you could join us on this DAF Media Network broadcast. We are going to take a short break here for the national anthem, and then we will get ready for the opening tip of this one. So we are just about ready to get things started here on this DAF Media Network broadcast of high school varsity boys basketball. Damien Andrew joining me and joining me tonight is John Humphrey, Darien resident, former Middlebury College basketball star, who is still, John Humphrey, the all-time leading scorer in the history of Middlebury College. So welcome aboard. And also joining us tonight, DAF Media's own Brendan Ross. He'll be contributing some insight on what is called Silent Night here in this rivalry game between Darien and New Canaan. We are just about ready for the opening tip. Yep, Darien comes into this game 6-9 overall, 3-9 in the FCIAC. New Canaan 4-11 overall, 1-10 in the FCIAC. We talked to head coach Danny Melzer before the game. It has been a struggle for the Rams this year, but he is optimistic about the future. Have the one conference win over Fairfield Ludlow, and we are underway in this FCIAC boys basketball game between Darien and New Canaan. Justin Jordan on the far side of the court with the ball, gets it inside to Jack Tierney. Here's Henry Williams. Tierney gets it to Jordan. Williams thought about a deep three, dribbles to the right side of the court, hands off to Jordan. Jordan into the lane, front of the rim, no good. And here comes New Canaan.
Darien has to get out to a strong lead in rebounds tonight. We covered one of their previous games this year, and in the second half they came along with getting more rebounds, and that allowed them to win that game.
There's they can use their size. You know, I think they've got outsize on New Canaan. They've got to work inside. A huge height advantage.
New Canaan is coached by Danny Melzer in his second season as the Rams head coach, as Darby takes it strong to the bucket, and he draws the foul. And that'll be a foul on Jack Richardson.
Yeah, Coach Melzer for New Canaan was talking about just how young New Canaan is. They start 3 sophomores. They've got one player, Gus Larson, who's out sick. So kind of a rebuilding year, but the freshman team, JV team, having great success. So it's a lot to build on for Coach Melzer.
Coach Danny Melzer, one of the great young coaches in the FCIAC. in the entire state, was the head coach at Stanford for 4 seasons before coming to New Canaan 2 years ago to help build the Rams program. Ryan McAleer, New Canaan's point guard. McAleer to Ben Sarda. Sarda played well in the JV game, hit some big threes. He also dresses for the varsity.
Dresses, he starts.
Starts.
That's crazy.
You're right, you're right, you're right. Good point.
Especially for a sophomore, that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Henry Williams with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled by Alexander Gibbons.
And Luke Rabaya also played a couple quarters in the JV game and now starts as well for New Canaan. He played well. He did a lot of nice drives to the basket.
We are just underway here from Darien High School. Rivalry game between the Blue Wave and the Rams of New Canaan. Williams gets it to go in the lane, and Darien jumps out to a 4-0 lead. Brendan, it is silent night tonight. You want to explain a little bit about that?
So every year the students at Darien High School hold silent night, deep 3 and no good. Silent night, all the students come dressed very oddly, sort of like Halloween.
Yeah.
Creatively, that's a good word choice. Darby tries to get up, and that's put back. New Canaan with the ball. But yeah, they wait until they're quiet until 7 points, and then when they get the 7th point, student section goes crazy and wild. It's very exciting for the Blue Wave, and we have it as a yearly tradition.
So the noise level here will increase dramatically once the magical 7 points are hit.
Yes. We were just about at 4, so a couple more points.
Darien and a man-to-man here. Raboya misses the deep 3. Tierney with the rebound. Blue Wave pushing it up the floor. Henry Williams, no good.
Oh, they got numbers. Oh, good block.
McAleer.
Tierney does a nice job running the floor for a big. He had a rebound, nice outlet, and then he was coming back here to make a nice block.
So Jordan brings it up the floor. There's Darby with the ball.
Ooh, traveled.
New Canaan wanted steps.
He did.
And a nice steal by McAleer.
Oh.
And he can't convert the layup. Henry Williams takes it off the glass, pushes
travel.
it, and he traveled there as he was thinking about passing it inside, and then he thought about taking the 3. And
yeah, a little indecisive.
Called for steps.
But Coach Bentley really asking for some strong full court man-to-man pressure to try and get the tempo up more upbeat here. I think you can put the pressure on some of these young players who may turn the ball over, play faster than they want.
Will Rolap into the game for Darien, and he picks up a quick foul as Luke Raboye.
It's on the floor.
Was fouled, so it'll be New Canaan ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Damian Andrew, John Humphrey, Brendan Ross joining you on this DAF Media Network broadcast of high school varsity boys basketball. Darien, New Canaan, we are just underway. Fans still filing into the gym here at Darien High School. Blue Wave up 4-0 early.
It feels like Halloween with Silent Night going on, I'll tell you.
It's become a big tradition here at
Strange
Darien.
outfits.
As the student section has some Halloween costumes on. That's Ben Sarda for 3, and Darien can ill afford to let him get going because he's capable of knocking down the big perimeter jumper. Darby looking inside to Tierney. It's going to be off of Tierney, out of bounds. New Canaan ball. And the New Canaan bench erupts.
Darien applying pressure.
Yep, just straight man-to-man.
McAleer is blocked, but it goes in. Tierney got a piece of that, and somehow the ball went in. Ryan McAleer, just a sophomore. He's New Canaan's facilitator. Foul on the floor.
Sorry, I'm doing my best Tony Romo, commenting on every play.
That was a foul on Ryan McAleer, John Humphrey.
I thought he traveled first, but that's just me.
Roll lap, gets it into Tierney. Nice pass to Jordan. Can't hit the bunny in the lane. And Jack Richardson comes away with the rebound. Here's McAleer. He's New Canaan's facilitator, their starting point guard.
Good start for New Canaan.
Steven Ronsky had the ball, gives it up to Luke Raboya. And here's McAleer. Raboya and Ronsky both played in the JV game before this one, which DAF Media also broadcast. McAleer in the lane, can't get it to go. Roll lap, pushing it up the floor, kicks it out to Jordan. Up top to Henry Williams. He spots up for three, no good. Darby the rebound, the follow, and that's going to be an offensive charge on Andrew Darby. Of course, Andrew Darby, a big lacrosse player.
Very big lacrosse
for the
player.
Darien Blue Wave.
Committed to Michigan for lacrosse. He'll be attending, as I said, he'll be a Wolverine. Very exciting for the Blue Wave to have him going there.
Michigan's lacrosse program has grown in recent years. It used to be you didn't have a big-time program unless you were east of the Mississippi.
Yeah,
that is changing
west.
now.
Moving west, and Denver winning the national championship a couple years ago on the men's side. Helped that process.
There's Raboya with the ball as he sets the New Canaan offense.
Trouble for New Canaan has been scoring. I think they've had some games actually in the 20s, 30s, 40s. It's just trouble scoring.
New Canaan turns it over. There's Darien, Jordan into the lane. And he's going to be fouled on the floor.
I think the crowd's going to get restless if they don't get to 7 pretty quickly.
Brendan Ross is just waiting for that fan eruption.
I'm just waiting for that.
Yeah, you don't want that exercise to go into the second half.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
These students will want to get it underway soon.
Here's roll lap. Out front with the ball. Roll lap kicks it to Peter Bradel, who's checked into the game. Bradel out to Jordan. Roll lap for three. It's good.
I feel like I'm at Cameron.
We are right on the floor here. A great atmosphere tonight here at Darien High School. You can hear it in the background.
Yep. That'll change the energy level.
Steven Ronsky fouled on the putback, so he will go to the line and shoot two. A competitive game early. In case you're wondering about that crowd noise, the Darien student section erupts on Silent Night when the Blue Wave scored their 7th point.
Okay, we're going to have to pick up our voice level a little bit here. I don't know if the folks at home are going to be able to hear us. The rivalry is on.
Camera 1, Jackson Leone running camera 1. Camera 2, Ted Brennan bringing the visuals of the student section. Our director tonight, Ben Olson, he just finished up the JV game for Darien. And our jack of all trades tonight, Brendan Ross, who will be calling some of this game in the second half. We are tied at 7 here from Darien High School. A great atmosphere between these two rivals. It doesn't matter what the sport, you say Darien, New Canaan, it's one of the best high school rivalries in the state of Connecticut. We are tied at 7, roll lap, takes it to the hoop, blocked by Sarda. Nice defensive effort by Sarda, the sophomore. Sarda now into the lane, no good.
Well, we'll see if New Canaan can fight off this, this jolt of enthusiasm here at the gym. It's pretty daunting.
Correction on my part, I said Sarda was a sophomore. He's actually a junior, averaging about 7 points a game this season for New Canaan. New Canaan, of course, coached by Danny Melzer, the former Stanford High coach, in his second season as the Rams head coach. The rebound by Mitch Pryor, and he is going to be fouled by Alex Gibbons.
it's hard to keep him away from the basket.
McAleer whistled for the foul. Yeah, Mitch Pryor, the former running back for the Darien Blue Wave football team.
Hey, Nicole Humphrey, how are you?
John Humphrey's daughters coming in and watching this action tonight. And Pryor throws it out of bounds. Rolap started cutting towards the basket. And little miscommunication there between Rolap and Pryor.
All right, Damien, we better have our A game here. The JV game was kind of a sleeper, but we got the noise level here and the quality of play is stepping up.
Tied at 7, competitive first half here between these two rivals. Under 30 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Luke Raboya with the ball to Sarda. Sarda inside to Aaron Fishman. He bobbles it, turns it over. Here comes Darien. Jordan. And Jordan is fouled.
Kind of bailed him out there.
It was, yeah, Cam Nelson, the senior, number 1, called for the foul. It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah,
we're already into well into this first quarter. Just 9.3 seconds remaining. Jordan misses the first free throw. He'll get another.
The pace of this game so far is just amazing.
Yeah,
you know, both teams getting out, trying to get on a run, quick run. Tied here 7-7, but you know, the Blue Wave, if they want to get a win tonight, they got to see more than just Jordan putting up the points.
Jordan gets the second one to give Darien a 1-point lead. Under 10 seconds remaining. New Canaan has to hurry here. The three is no good by Nelson. Jordan, a heave at the buzzer, off the glass. So at the end of the first quarter, we've got ourselves a good one.
Yeah.
8-7 Darien in front of a pretty great crowd here at Darien High School, a capacity crowd in the student section, if you will.
Yeah, and I think both teams have to sort of calm down a little bit, you know, get into your own system, your own tempo, not let the crowd take you out of your game a little bit where you start playing sloppy and playing a little quicker than you want to play. I think it'll settle in after this excitement has calmed down.
You and I had a chance to talk to Danny Melzer, the New Canaan head coach, before this one. I've known him for a long time. Terrific guy, great basketball mind.
Yep.
One of the truly terrific young coaches, as is Darien's head coach, Sheroy Bentley. They both played in the FCIAC, now are both coaching in the FCIAC. Melzer played at Stamford High School, was a terrific baseball and basketball player at Stamford High. In fact, won a state championship in 2001 with the Stamford baseball team, was the winning pitcher in the state finals. Pitched in the state semis, pitched in the state finals.
Yeah, and didn't he? I think he played at Connecticut College after. I'm not sure if
he absolutely did play at Connecticut College.
Fellow NESCAC rival of ours.
Absolutely. John Humphrey, of course, the all-time leading scorer in the history of the Middlebury College men's basketball program. And as you like to point out to me in our short friendship, which I hope will become a long friendship, you still are the all-time leading scorer.
And as I always say, the field goals attempted record is safe.
John never met a shot he didn't like.
Well, every shot I took was a good one.
Damian Andrew, John Humphrey, Brendan Ross joining you on this DAF Media Network broadcast. Brendan Ross, fresh from the pool. At the Darien YMCA, a member of the Darien boys swimming and diving team. There's Cam Nelson up top, gets it to Sarda, far side of the court.
Very patient, very patient.
Darien playing man-to-man, no surprise there. That's what Sheroy Bentley, the Blue Wave head coach, likes to play. Here's Sarda, kicks it out to Gibbons. Ronsky nearly loses it, and Cam Nelson will settle things down up top, the senior. Gibbons picks up his dribble to Nelson for three. Off the front of the rim, Darby, Ryan, the rebound.
And it should be noted that in Connecticut high school basketball, there's no shot clock.
I know, thinking that last possession there should be one.
Yeah.
Well, in this game so far, you really haven't needed.
Right.
Doesn't matter. They're getting off shots right and left. 7:02 remaining in the first half. A boisterous student section for Darien. A big home game for them, of course, against their arch rival, New Canaan. Justin Jordan gets into the lane and he draws a foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Jordan does a great job drawing the foul. He may be undersized going in there, but does a nice job of shielding the ball and using his body and getting to the foul line. Loves to penetrate left.
So Jordan at the line. Gets it to go.
Gotta hope the student section keeps things clean. We'll have to mute our broadcast occasionally.
Getting back to Danny Melzer, the New Canaan head coach, I've known him for a long time. He is building a program at New Canaan, no question about it. They've struggled at the varsity level this season, just the one conference win, 4 wins overall. But they've been in a lot of games. As Danny said, they've had some games where a few possessions here and there could have gone the other way. Here's Ronsky, or Gibbons rather, over to Ronsky. Here's Sarda for 3 from the left wing. Bradel the rebound, as that 3 was no good. Here's Will Rolap at the top of the key. Inside to Tierney, air ball. Sarda comes away with it, pushes it up the floor. Pull up, Ronsky off the front of the rim. And we have got ourselves a track meet here at Darien High School.
I was just going to say.
Getting back to Coach Melzer, trying to build things. The junior varsity and the freshman boys basketball teams in New Canaan have had a lot of success this season, so the future does look bright for the Rams.
Yeah, Coach Melzer was talking about just they're so young that physically sometimes they just get out-rebounded, out-hustled. The 50-50 balls, he called them 75-25 balls because just physically they weren't able to get to them. But he's very focused. He's very committed as I talk to him.
There's Gibbons. Gibbons is the Rams' leading scorer, gives it up to Sarda. Raboya being guarded by Bradel, takes it into the lane, kicks it out to Sarda. Sarda, the runner, no good. Darby, the rebound. And Rolap throws it out of bounds off the hands, fingertips of Jack Tierney. Brendan Ross is part of DAF Media, has been since its inception. He's also a senior at Darien High School. How about this atmosphere in this gymnasium tonight, huh?
Out of my 4 years of coming here to film Silent Night basketball games, I think this one has been the best one so far, especially because it's senior year. Taking all the whole atmosphere in, it's amazing.
And the New Canaan, opponent, and the intensity from the football game, and
especially to have New Canaan as a town rival coming into town, playing off against another good basketball team. It's huge. It's a good last one to go out on.
Rolap, baseline jumper's good. That's the fadeaway.
Yeah.
Rolap, the fadeaway jumper on the baseline, and you can't afford, if you're New Canaan, to leave him open because he can knock down the perimeter shot.
If that doesn't fire you up to play some defense, I don't know what will.
Darien with a 3-point lead. Here's Gibbons. Gets it to go. Shooter's touch.
Bradel's got to play him straight up and can't reach. You can just contain him.
As you know, John, Bradel has come off the bench this season and has given Darien some quality minutes. Rolap, nice spin move in the lane, and he draws the foul.
Well, we'll roll up in the 3-game streak that Darien has. It's been scoring sort of mid double digits, and I think has really provided a big boost for Darien as they've gained some momentum over the last 3 games and put a nice little streak together.
Rolap had 15 the last time out in a win at Staples. Darien is on a 3-game win streak right now. They're 6-9 overall, 2 wins shy of a trip to the state tournament. You need to get 8 wins to qualify for state play.
They actually made the state tournament last season. They entered as the 13th seed, made it to the second round, and then came up short against number 4 seed East Hartford, 59-43.
This is why Brendan Ross is on these broadcasts for those
I don't
kind of
know.
nuggets, John Humphrey.
Yeah, I don't have them at my disposal.
There's Danny Melzer wants a timeout.
You know, as fast as this pace is, I think Coach Melzer doesn't mind the score where it is. You know, they have trouble getting into the 50s for New Canaan. So, you know, a 14-11 with 4 minutes left.
Well, Danny Melzer, he didn't think this was a great matchup for his team coming into this one. They are playing very well right now, down 3 at this timeout in the second quarter. But he really felt like I said earlier, they've been in a lot of games. One thing about a Danny Melzer coach team, they are going to play hard. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah, but he really was talking about he doesn't want to get it up tempo. You know, sometimes they're careless with the ball, so even slowing the ball down, you know, they can run into some difficulties. But you know, Darien should be taking advantage of its size, but a lot of times the big guys play on the perimeter, so you don't really see that impact. So maybe Darien can make some adjustments. Now they're going to a 1-3-1 zone, Darien. But as we saw in the JV game, the New Canaan guys can shoot good spot-up shooters.
Here's Sarda. He'll chuck it up from 3. No good off the glass. Williams the rebound.
Those shots were money for him in the JV game. A little different up here.
He couldn't miss in the JV game. Inside, nice inside pass to Darby by Williams. He can't get it to go.
Lid on the basket. I don't know if I'd go to a zone here for Blue Wave because it allows New Canaan just, you know, take some air out of the ball. Oh, they're going back to man. Darien's going back to man-to-man now.
And that is going to be a foul on. That's a foul.
Offensive
Is
foul.
that an offensive foul on New Canaan?
Yeah.
Alex Gibbons.
On Gibbons.
Coach Meltzer pleading his case on their side.
Yeah.
Certainly is pleading his case. He is a fiery coach.
Give it on.
His assistant is Mike Macchio, who coaches the New Canaan JV team, and the freshman team is coached by Mike Tisha, who played on an FCIAC championship Stanford high school basketball team his senior season. Here's
That's
Williams.
a tough shot. I think that was hit, deflected.
Forced it. Looked like Sarda got a piece of it, but it's going to be New Canaan ball.
That was the old 15-footer from 18 feet.
Want to thank everybody for watching this DAF Media broadcast of high school varsity boys basketball. Damian Andrew, John Humphrey, and Brendan Ross with you tonight. Rivalry night here, silent night at Darien High School.
It was silent night.
It was silent night. It's not anymore. It's not silent anymore. The Darien student section getting into it. Here's Raboye. Takes it strong to the hole and pulls New Canaan within 1.
Yeah, this 1-2-2 zone of New Canaan is giving Darien some problems.
This is the kind of game you would expect when these two programs get together. Nice pass, roll up to Darby, can't convert the bunny. And here's Sarda.
That's 3 or 4 little layups that Darien's not converted.
Raboya misses. Justin Jordan going the other way, and he's blocked by Gibbons. But it's going to be out of bounds off of New Canaan. It'll be Darien ball. Darien in the white jerseys going from right to left.
Think about this, 14-13 with 1 minute to go in the half.
New Canaan in the red jerseys going from left to right. Here's Rolap off the rim. And we have got ourselves a good one here at Darien High School.
New Canaan's got to feel great about themselves. You know, this kind of night, this kind of excitement in the gym and being down 1 with the ball. They can just hold it.
Here's Ronsky being guarded by Williams. Gibbons kicks it to Sarda. Into the paint, no good. Williams the rebound. He gets it and he goes and he's fouled by Sarda. 36.8 seconds, 36.6 seconds remaining, excuse me.
Double bonus.
Double bonus situation, so it'll be a 2-shot foul here for Henry Williams. And this is a kid who will play college baseball at Duke. He's a pitcher. And let me tell you something, he can shoot it.
Great rotation, as we jinx him, of course.
We jinx him there, but one of the prettier jump shots in the FCIAC in terms of form.
Just a solid athlete. You know, doesn't seem, you know, ever out of control. Very composed.
And it looks like Raboya will walk it up the floor.
I'd play for 1 right here. Sitting pretty.
So New Canaan content to run clock and settle for the final shot of the first half. 10 seconds. Sarda. Here's Ronsky into the lane. He is going to be fouled by Jordan.
Good foul. Not in the bonus. Side out.
So New Canaan will get the ball underneath their own basket with 3.2 seconds remaining, down 1. Jack Richardson checks into the game for New Canaan, as does Jack Tierney for Darien.
Tierney on the ball, making it difficult to inbounds.
Sarda inside and 1 as Jack Richardson scores, and he'll go to the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play.
I assume you can't lose on silent night. It's probably not. It's like when you dedicate a game to somebody and you lose.
And it should be noted that this is the only matchup between these two teams in their FCIAC play this season.
Good point.
New Canaan's going to sprint into the locker room, and Darien's going to walk.
Jack Richardson completes the 3-point play. So Darien will get the ball with 2.1 seconds remaining prior to inbound. Here's Jordan, heave at half court, no good. Waves it off. Tierney's put back, no good. And that is the way it will end at the half. 16-14 New Canaan. We have got ourselves a good one. John, your impressions of that opening half during spurts? It was a track meet out there between these two programs.
Yeah, I think Darien got a little bit excited. They're kind of amped up, so they're missing a lot of easy little bunnies inside. I think New Canaan did a good job. You've got that big increase in noise level, and New Canaan did a nice job, staying within their game, keeping the tempo where they want it, and they're up by 2 going into halftime. So I think Coach Melder's got to be really, really pleased with the way his team has played in the first half in this kind of environment.
And Brendan, you alluded to it early in this game. What an atmosphere we have tonight for this one.
Such a great atmosphere so far. It's silent night, senior year for me, and it's a great last final game between these
Where's
two
your
teams.
costume? I don't see a costume on you.
He's got the sweats on. He came from
dressed
swim
up
practice.
as a swimmer?
Yeah,
that's right.
In the pool.
Before we take a quick break, Emily D'Annunzio, an All-American soccer player here at Darien, signed her national letter of intent to play college basketball, or college soccer rather, at Colgate. You can see the Colgate sweatshirt she's wearing. This picture was taken yesterday. She signed her letter of intent, and she had quite a season for the Blue Wave soccer team that made it all the way to the state semifinals before bowing out to an FCIAC opponent, Staples. So congrats to Emily D'Annunzio. She's on her way to Colgate. We are going to take a quick break here. Again, at the half, the New Canaan Rams lead the Darien Blue Wave on Silent Night, 16-14. We'll be right back after this. At the half, the New Canaan boys basketball team leads Darien 16-14. Last fall, of course, the Darien High School varsity football program won its third straight state championship. And, well, here's a look at their championship rings that are being handed out this week. Sparkling. Darien winning its third straight state championship in the fall. So they three-peat, and we are going to take a quick break, and we will be back with second half action here on the DAF Media Network. We are at the half here at Darien High School. Varsity boys basketball action in the FCIAC between two rivals, Darien and New Canaan. Right now at the half, the Rams lead 16-14. A very entertaining first half. Damian Andrew joining you on this DAF Media Network broadcast. And sitting to my right, John Humphrey, the all-time leading scorer in Middlebury College men's basketball history. Can't say that enough.
Oh, you can't. Just keep saying it more.
I know that does something for your ego.
I think I have left.
And then sitting to my left is DAF Media's own Brendan Ross, who is going to be calling the action here in the third quarter. Brendan, we have got ourselves a good one here on Silent Night at Darien High School.
I'm exhausted, the excitement in here.
You can't beat this atmosphere tonight here at the campus of Darien High School. Justin Jordan brings it up. Number one for the Blue Wave, works his way inside to Williams under the hoop. He gets the two-point bucket.
Yeah, Darien's got to go inside. They have a huge size advantage, and physically they're much stronger than New Canaan. I think they got to go inside. It's a good start. That was a great first possession for Darien.
New Canaan working his way up. McClear with the ball. Pass it to Gibbons on the left. Back to McClear. Ramboya on the three-point line. McClear passes it out.
It's our
shot is no good. Williams with the rebound. Pass to the right. It's deflected by Sarda. Ben Sarda Jr. Very young starting five for the New Canaan Rams. 2 sophomores, 3 juniors, no seniors. Very impressive so far.
Yeah, 3 senior captains. One of, I think one of them's hurt.
Tierney under the hoop. Gets fouled by Gibbons.
Good interior passing by Darien. I like this, what they're doing. They're coming out looking to establish themselves inside and using their strength and height advantage.
Damian, what does the Blue Wave have to do tonight to get another W on their column?
Well, certainly Darien comes into this, as we mentioned in the first half, on a 3-game win streak. And John, I would say just solid defense.
Yeah.
And knock down the perimeter jumper.
They got to play their game.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, the crowd's really amped up, and so there's a tendency to, again, play faster than you want.
Yep.
And I think you've got to just settle down and I think pound the ball inside. Get physical, get real physical is what Darien has to do. Put some, ball pressure. And keep the crowd into it. Keep the crowd into it.
McClear working his way up. Ramboya on the three-point line, trying to make something happen, passes it out. Richardson back to Ramboya with the 3. No good. Hits glass.
Wow, took that basket away. That was a heck of a shot.
That was a terrific shot.
The left hand high
by
off
Alex
the glass.
Gibbons, the sophomore. Gibbons just a sophomore. Now, he did not suit up and play in that JV game. Head coach Danny Melzer very high on Gibbons. He comes into this game as the New Canaan's leading scorer, averaging almost 14 points a game.
How do you get all these minutes in varsity and still, play JV? It's kind of, I guess, the more playing time, the better. But I can see a token appearance in the varsity game. But these guys are prominent players.
Gibbons with the up and under. That's good. A strong up and under from the sophomore. Darien trying to come back quick. Henry Williams with the same thing. No good. Darby with the rebound. Other Darby gets the other rebound and puts it back up for 2 points.
A dogfight.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's fitting, right? We've got this rivalry game, and then in college basketball tonight, it's Duke, North Carolina.
Yeah.
So that'll be intense.
The battle on Tobacco Road.
Gotta push.
Jordan working his way up over to Tierney. Woo! The 2-point layup.
Oh, they're going to take it away. They call Justin Jordan on a charge.
And Sharoy Bentley, Darien's head coach, pleading his case to the officials.
I thought he released the ball and wow.
As I said earlier in the first half, John and Brendan, this is what you'd expect, atmosphere-wise and intensity-wise, from Darien New Canaan.
Ramboya. That is good.
New Canaan matching the intensity in the gym.
Rolap bringing the ball up for the Blue Wave. Darien in their white attire, New Canaan in their red. Ryan Darby attacks and gets the foul.
This is exactly the kind of game and ultimately win that Coach Melzer would love to see from his team. This could go a long way to looking back on this season with some positive momentum.
And Ryan Darby, at the line, makes the first one.
Yeah, this does not feel like a 2020 game, I'll tell you. It's not a slow-down game by any stretch.
It is not.
Second free throw is good. 2 for 2 at the line.
Okay, Darien's going to back up a little bit off of its full court pressure. Looks like they're going to a 1-3-1 with Tierney on the ball. That's a lot of length.
Ball underneath, working its way out to Gibbons. Back to McClear. Works to the left side. Rem Sarda with the 3.
Oh, and he talks to the crowd as he's going back on defense.
These guys are fired up for this game, no doubt about it.
Roll-up working his way in and is fouled.
Sarda is a guy you have to keep an eye on if you're Darien. You can't let him get open because he will knock down that perimeter jump shot. We saw it in the JV game. Missed some deep shots in the first half of this one.
He can hit him. And he gave the Darien fans the Russell Westbrook stare down as he was coming back.
And you could say when he gets hot, he gets hot.
Yes.
Roll-up with the ball, gets a pick from Darby. Driving his roll-up, passes it to the left. That's Ryan Darby. Finds an open Tierney. Foul.
They called the charge on him.
That's going to be a charge on Jack Tierney.
I think the longer that New Canaan sticks around, you're going to start to see a lot of pressure on Darien. Probably the favorite going into this game, riding a 3-game win streak. On this kind of night, you got to pull out the victory.
Sarda, the pass.
Oh, that's
back out to McClear. Very hectic so far for the Rams. Williams with it. Takes the jump shot. That's good.
We're tied at 23.
His foot was on the line. That was called a 2-pointer. And as you stated, Mr. Humphrey, it's all tied up here. 23 all. 4:39 remains in the third half.
Little ticky-tack foul there.
Henry Williams with the foul. That is his third on the night.
Just make sure the refs stay consistent with how they're calling the game. That was a little bit of a ticky-tack.
McClear with the ball over to Sarda.
That's numbers, got numbers. Tough pass. Well, that's goaltending.
Blocked.
Yep.
That's a goaltending on.
Yep, hit the glass first.
Gibbons, though, what was impressive about that, he can get up.
He got back there.
That's a sophomore cleaning the glass.
He
the
can
Windex
get up.
man.
You have to be impressed with Alex Gibbons, the sophomore, the leading scorer, plays defense.
Almost fell out of my chair when I don't see that much.
Sarda for the 3. The corner ball is good. And you can see he is amped up.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for the shush sign with his finger to the crowd.
The junior, Ben Sarda, hits a corner 3 ball. That puts the Rams up by 1, 26-25, here at the third quarter. Whew. Can't beat this atmosphere.
I need a breather.
We've got ourselves a good one. It's funny, New Canaan hasn't had a lot of recent success in basketball, but this was a program going back a few decades that was a real juggernaut. I mean, from 1956 to 1962, New Canaan won 4 state titles. And I know I said earlier in the JV game from 1932 to 1962, they won 7 state titles. Last time they played in a state championship game was in 1989. They lost to Danbury by 2, 78-76.
I think the Great Depression was a great decade for them.
But
not for our country, but for New Canaan basketball.
Both of these programs, North Carolina and Duke are basketball schools, right?
Yeah.
Well, these schools are football schools in many ways, and some other terrific programs. Both the basketball teams haven't had a ton of success, but you got 2 great young coaches in Darien's Sharoy Bentley and New Canaan's Danny Melzer. they are building programs.
Yep.
I mean, to Brendan's point earlier, Darien was the 2 seed heading into the FCIAC tournament last year. They got bounced in the first round, and then they were the 13th seed, you said, in the state tournament. So they've got stuff to look forward to.
Roll-up goes up with it and is hacked.
Yeah, I think Rolap can do a lot of damage off the dribble. I think he had him earlier, and he's very strong with the ball and uses his body.
Another key player for the Blue Wave, that is Will Rolap. Along with Will, that's Justin Jordan, the senior. That is your 1-2 leading point scorers. Will Rolap makes the first free throw. All tied up here, 26 all, 4:02 remaining in the third quarter here on the campus of Darien High School. And Rolap sinks both free throws.
We don't have the infrastructure for lead changes, but it seems like it's growing right now. Who's keeping that stat for you?
We're going to have that stat for you if we're doing this game this time next year.
I'm very demanding.
I would expect nothing less from the all-time leading scorer at Middlebury College.
Gibbons
So
with
kind.
the three. Hits back window. Williams with the rebound. Works his way up. Takes his own three. No good.
The crowd would have erupted if that had gone in.
Gibbons gets the rebound and passes it off to McClear.
Not wild about that shot, but
McClear with the ball. Left to Starda. Over to Gibbons. Gibbons, a big man who can shoot the 3 ball. Richardson back to Gibbons.
good help by Darien.
Buchanan trying to get something happening. Starda guarded by Henry Williams, the junior. Nelson to Starda, the 3 ball. Front rim, no good. Will Rolap comes up with the rebound. Up to
Starda's
Tierney,
playing one heck of a game.
Gibbons with it. Over to Nelson.
Nice
Forces
pass.
his way in. Galvin with the easy 2-pointer.
John, you can tell why Coach Melzer's
Oh,
so
yeah.
high on some of these sophomores. They have really stepped up.
They don't
in
back
this
down
varsity
at all.
game, no.
Absolutely not. There's no look of intimidation on their faces at all. They are into this game. They're giving it everything they got to Darien right now.
You know, when Danny Melzer was the head coach at Stanford High School, his teams played hard. And he has brought that toughness and tenacity with him to New Canaan. This team plays hard.
Looks like they're going to try and face guard Rolap and keep the ball out of his hands. I think he's been doing a lot of damage off the dribble. Make him work extra hard trying to get the ball.
Rolap working it over half court. Pass to the far side to Ryan Darby. Darby working his way in. And he gets
nice
the
move.
The shot off the glass.
Did a great job of avoiding a charge there. There were some New Canaan players set up, and he did a great job weaving his way through that.
Really strong.
Yeah. But controlled his body well.
McClear with it. Over to Nelson. Nelson trying to make something happen. McClear guarded by Henry Williams. Back to Nelson. Looking for something. Trying to get some help here. Gets the open shot. Back rim, no good. Rebounded by Will Rolap. 1:26 remains in the third quarter. Darien leads New Canaan 29-28.
Cardinal sin. Fouled the three-point shooter.
And Henry Williams will be going to the foul line for 3 shots.
Yep.
So as you said, John Humphrey, a cardinal sin. Don't foul the three-point shooter.
He had a good look. Gave a great pump fake, gave himself some room, and overzealous on the defensive end. Oop.
First free throw is no good.
Yeah, I think Darien's definitely feeling the pressure, I think. This is a game they should win. They got the crowd on their side, and New Canaan will not go away. Yeah, they're feeling it.
Second free throw is no good.
It's almost like a game they cannot lose, and they're feeling it now.
You might hear it in the background, but the fans are getting very loud here. Darien High School, both sides.
Yeah,
New Canaan and
that better not
Darien.
be our side.
Yeah. He makes the third one. Darien leads 30-29.
What a great atmosphere. Just spectacular.
McAleer works his way up. Off
No-
to Ronkowski.
No Shockhawk, big advantage for New Canaan. They like to work the ball around and try and dribble and dish out.
McAleer to Sarda. Trying to get some help here, trying to set something up. Back to McAleer. Works his way in,
Oh,
takes
that's
the
foul.
drive, and is fouled by Will Rolap.
Yeah, he got a lot of the arm there going up.
We're-
Love the composure by New Canaan, these young players. You know, not rattled at all, very patient.
McAleer, no good on the first free throw attempt. Darien student section getting very loud here.
Well, that may impact the sophomore every now and then.
It's hard to believe watching New Canaan play tonight. This is a team that's only won one conference game.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Coach Melcher just has to, of New Canaan, has to be just very pleased. And now he can get into the game. He's in the game coaching.
Henry Williams, the pitcher, finds a deep Gibbons. Pass was going for Ryan Darby, intercepted by the sophomore Gibbons. Sarda with it. Back to Gibbons. Under 40 seconds.
Good job getting it back. I would just play for one. There's no need.
Gibbons with it.
Unless you get a wide open look, I would just hold for one.
Gibbons drives and is fouled.
Take a look at that student section here at Darien High School. A packed house up in the bleachers.
Sort of looks like Halloween here at Darien High School.
A lot of zany outfits being worn tonight. They call it Silent Night.
It is anything but that. As we've said numerous times. Oh,
Loose ball. Gibbons gets it. Brado comes up with it. Over to Ryan Darby. Gets the shot up. That's good.
Great hustle. Great hustle by Brado. His dad, a football player at Missouri College.
McAleer over to Sarda. The three ball. That's good.
He still wants to quiet the crowd.
Gives a quick look after he drains that corner three back at the Darien student section. It's getting hot here at the Darien High School. 32 all.
I think the ref had to guide Sarda back to his corner, so to speak.
Well, we have got ourselves a good one, gentlemen. I kind of expected this, to be quite honest. Like you said, John, at the outset, throw out the records when these two get together. You know, Darien and New Canaan, really kind of similar seasons. You know, they've both had their struggles. New Canaan with the one conference win, Darien with the 3 conference wins, but they have been in a lot of games. New Canaan, for example, lost to Norwalk by 2, lost to McMahon by 4, lost to Trumbull by 4.
Yeah.
You know, Darien, they had a situation where they lost to Ridgefield by 2 at Ridgefield in a hostile environment. They lost to Wilton here. We did that game, John, 53-51 in what was a great game. They lose to
had a chance to tie it at the end.
and then they lost to Stamford by 4 on this very court. So both of these teams have had opportunities. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
And I think we're going to see the same thing here. It's just about, you know, making shots, executing, taking care of the ball, and keeping your composure. That's what it's going to come down to.
And it looks like this one, we've got 8 minutes to go, but it certainly looks like this one is going down to the wire.
Yeah, it's been you know, no team has been able to make a run. You don't see any 8-0 runs with some timeouts required. I mean, it's really been nip and tuck the whole way. Lots of lead changes. You know, both teams very, very competitive here.
So we are about ready to start the fourth quarter here. Damian Andrew, John Humphrey, and Brendan Ross.
We got a good one.
McAleer with the ball, guarded by Peter Bradle. Over to Ramboya, works his way in, back to Gibbons. And is fouled.
I thought that was good D by Mitch, but Mitch Pryor. Too much body, but I guess that's, with Mitch Pryor, that's what you're going to get, too much body.
Yeah, Mitch Pryor, he's a big boy, 6'1", 180 pounds, and not a lot of body fat.
No. Now we're in the 1-on-1.
A lot of muscle on that frame.
Yep.
One of the top
Great intensity.
One of the top running backs in the state.
Gibbons misses the first foul shot. Williams comes up with it, trying to force it up. Finds an open Bradle. He gets the 2 points.
I love Peter Bradle, what he brings to this team. There's just an uplift in intensity. Look at his defense. Puts a lot of pressure on the ball. He's a strong kid. Very smart player.
Yeah, he has given Darien valuable minutes off the bench this season.
Help. That's a block. Yep. Henry didn't square up his body, kind of angled him and then forced him out of bounds. So that's going to be another 1-on-1.
McAleer at the line.
Okay, crowd getting a little unruly, but that's okay. A little close to the microphone.
You must have played in game. You must have played in games like this at Middlebury. Who was your big rival at Middlebury College?
Well, we try to latch on to rivalries,
Yeah, right.
Like we try to latch on to Williams as a rival, but they have Amherst, or latch on to Colby, and they've got Bowdoin and Bates. So we're kind of in no man's land.
You're kind of up there all by yourself, yeah.
Roll up with the 3. That's good. A contested shot. The junior drains the 3
Is that a 2
ball.
or a 3?
Sharoy Bentley imploring his team to play some tough physical man-to-man defense.
Sardo with it, back to Ramboya.
Was that a 2 or a 3? Because I thought it was 37, but I may be wrong.
Sardo with it. Back to McAleer. Over to Gibbons. Gibbons, only a sophomore, doing big things for this Rams team. Works his way in and is fouled.
Yeah, they did put the point back up there, so it was a 3. Yeah, roll up, definitely forcing the New Canaan player left, forcing Alex Gibbons left, and was able to draw the contact.
Gibbons at the free throw line. This is the first one.
Big moment in the game right now. I think, Darien comes down and scores a couple, opens it up, 9 or 10. This place will explode. And I think if New Canaan can get back down 1 or 2, can calm everybody down.
Second free throw, no good. Missed both of them. Brado with the rebound, passes it off to Jordan.
Jordan's a little in foul trouble. I think he sat for a while. I think they may have had some.
Justin Jordan also leading point scorer. Has been a little quiet in tonight's matchup.
Hasn't seen a lot of action here in the second half.
New Canaan really trying to keep the ball out of Rollout's hand. There was a lot of physical contact going on, denying him the ball.
Brado with it, over to Williams, guarded by McAleer, works his way in, gets a good point. The 2-pointer, he's amped.
Yeah, place is going to erupt now.
And Coach Melzer wants a timeout. He'll take one. 5:39 remaining in the game. Darien now up 7 points, 39-32.
Yeah, really the first run of the game we've seen of this magnitude. A 7-0 run. I think that's a good timeout. You got to sell your players down. Get a good possession here. Need a basket.
The largest lead of the second half for the Blue Wave.
Yeah.
Darien coming out really hot. Start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. It starts on the defensive end too. I think they're doing a great job with the dribble penetration and containing the New Canaan players, who really are just taking turns trying to, penetrate that man-to-man defense, and they're not really making any, getting much progress.
On the court for your Blue Wave, Will Rolap, Justin Jordan, Peter Bradel, Mitchell Pryor, and Henry Williams. That's your 5 for the Darien Blue Wave.
I think the lift that Bradel and Mitch Pryor bring, defensively, rebounding, just they position themselves so well.
Inbound play. McAleer gets it. McAleer working it over half court. Over to Ramboya. McAleer finds Gibbons underneath.
Oh, he's got to go up with that. Draw some contact.
Gets the 3, front rim, no good. Bradel with the
I
rebound.
think that's inexperience right there. Had a good look underneath, maybe draw a foul and step back for a mediocre at best 3.
And Coach Melzer's going to make a change and talk to Gibbons about that one.
Bradel working his way in. That's good. Wow. Count the 2 points. An and 1 situation.
Are we playing continuation now in the...
I was going to say, am I watching the NBA on TNT or what?
That looked like a little continuation. And 1.
Sometimes the refs get into it.
Bradel with the free throw.
Sometimes the refs want to make that big call.
Yeah.
They get caught up in it too. Big time of the game right here for New Canaan.
Ramboya with the ball.
He's got to be able to knock down that 17-footer.
Sarda with it. Over to McAleer. Gronkowski with it. Puts the shot up. Front rim, no good. Rolap with it. Over to Bradel. Henry Williams working it up.
Oh, nice move.
Around the back.
Oh,
put it up. Ooh, no good. Mitchell Pryor comes up with the rebound. That's second chance opportunity. Jordan with it. Open layup. That's good. And New Canaan, Dan Meltzer has to call a timeout.
Yeah, they just stopped scoring.
It's going to be a full timeout. Yeah, they stopped scoring is right. And Coach Melzer sees this one maybe getting away from him a little bit.
I think Darien's doing a great job of running out, not giving the open looks, that clearly Sarda was getting. I think they've matched up a lot better, firing out at shooters, forcing New Canaan to go to the basket, which maybe they're not as comfortable doing.
Sort of seems that New Canaan ran out of juice.
Well, I think, again, the 3 can keep you in a game, as we've talked about on numerous occasions. That's a crowd silencer, a momentum killer. It's the great equalizer, as you always say, Damian.
No question. Yeah, no question, John. We were talking about that win over Staples that Darien had the other day. Here's how valuable Rolap and Jordan have been to this Blue Wave basketball team this season. Darien won 67-55 in Westport. Rolap and Jordan had half of their points.
Yeah.
So they make a great 1-2 punch in the back court.
And Jordan, they haven't relied on Justin tonight for the most part. I think it's been a well-balanced contribution for Darien. Rolap, Bradel, obviously Henry Williams is doing his thing.
And your point, Damian, Rolap and Jordan, the duo for this Blue Wave team. Jordan, a senior, Will Rolap, only a junior, so they have a returning key player coming in for the next season.
And Darien going with a smaller, more physical lineup. You see Tierney, on the bench, and they're making this run defensively with a much smaller but more physical team. They call it an illegal screen on the back screen there for New Canaan.
4:13 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Darien leads New Canaan 44-32. Bradel, deep pass to Justin Jordan, puts it up. That's good. The outfielder, Justin Jordan, catches a over-the-shoulder pass and puts up a two-pointer.
Justin Jordan will play baseball at Sacred Heart University, Division I program here in southwestern Connecticut. It's hard to believe, given what he has meant to this Darien boys basketball team this season, that he did not play on the varsity team last year, took the year off to concentrate on baseball, decided this season he's going to go out for basketball. Had the chance to talk to him the other day. He's happy that he did. Obviously, he'll play baseball in the spring for the Blue Wave, and he'll play college baseball, as
skills,
I just mentioned, at
for
Sacred
somebody
Heart.
who plays multiple sports, his skill level, dribbling, shooting, penetrating, basketball IQ is very high.
Especially, don't forget about that speed. Jordan with the 3 ball. That's good. That's money. Darien's getting hot here at just the right time.
Looking for answers. Oh, they throw it in. Seachen's in the game. Yeah. Brendan Seachen.
Yeah, that's
Number
Seachin.
20, yeah.
And that is a travel card called, on Sarda.
See, this is where the upperclassmen of Darien, I think just physically wear Canaan down. Mentally, they may have been in more games like this.
You can tell, though, that Coach Melzer has something in the cupboard the next couple of years. He's got some talent.
Rolap working his way in, gets fouled.
In this New Canaan program.
Yeah, I mean, these young kids are going to get bigger. They're going to get stronger if they do some work in the offseason, skill-wise. There's a lot to be positive about with this program.
Seachin working it up court, guarded by Justin Jordan. Over to Sloan, back to Seachin. Left-hander's no good. Williams comes up with it. Darien, fast break opportunity. Intended for Mitchell Pryor.
Unnecessary. I think Coach Bentley was just did the finger to the temple. Like, you got to think. Look at the scoreboard. Look at the time left. Clock is your friend.
Seachin with it. Over to Nelson.
Canaan's got to play with a little more sense of urgency and get some baskets.
Nelson drives, gets fouled. Foul is on Henry Williams.
Darien basically had Pryor face guarding Sarda.
Yeah. Yeah, putting a big physical body on Sarda like that.
And Sarda has made some big shots in this game, but New Canaan as a team has gone a little cold here in the fourth quarter.
Nelson at the free throw line, makes both. Brado with the inbound. Over the shoulder to Worlap, double teamed.
That's going to be steps on Rolap.
Yeah, I guess I can't make the signal for
we can.
traveling.
You can make it. We just can't see you make it.
Seachin with the ball, works his way up. Corner, Nelson, good. New Canaan likes that corner.
Instant O.
Rolap to Bradle, back to Rolap. Seachin guards him. Double teamed. Rolap trying to find an open man. That's Mitchell Pryor. Jordan to corner 3 ball, no good. Front rim. Bradle with the rebound. Mitchell Pryor with the putback. That's good. Darien calls a timeout.
And Sharoy Bentley gonna talk it out, talk it over. His team up 51-37 with 2:05 remaining in the game.
Yeah, I think the message to Darien, you obviously play hard defense, but no fouls. Offensively, you probably don't even need that 3 that they just took. There's just you don't need points right now.
They can run some clock right now if you're Darien.
No shot clock. We talked about that great UNC Virginia game way back in the 80s with Ralph Sampson when it was 4-2, the nationally broadcast game.
Right.
So that's when they instituted the shot clock. That wasn't great TV. Watching UNC do its 4 corners.
I don't give my opinion too often on these broadcasts, but I personally feel like Connecticut should institute a shot clock in high school boys and girls basketball.
No, it's hard to come back. Games like this without the shot clock.
As I've told you before, my dad was a high school boys basketball coach in upstate New York, and he ran his fair share of 4 corners.
Yeah, you got a few ball handlers.
Seachin with the ball. Jordan with it, and is fouled. And he is amped. This Darien team is getting ready.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the warm up the bus chant. It should be coming any minute now, any second now.
It's been a dominating performance by the Blue Wave here in the fourth quarter.
what were we, 32 all or something like that? You know, it was 32-30 at some point, and they've just gotten this incredible run.
Jordan misses the free throw. But Nelson is called on.
That's going to be a lane violation on Nelson.
You know, Coach Meltzer trying to get some of the younger guys that we saw in the JV game, trying to get some experience playing in this level of intensity. Getting some of his bench players in the game.
Jordan at the free throw line. Justin Jordan went up really strong on that last play to get here at the free throw line.
It's actually Bradle shooting the foul shots here.
They tried to trick him to let Justin Jordan shoot the free throws. I think. Was it a lane violation or a foul?
Might have been a foul.
Okay.
Two shots on it.
Yeah.
Foul was called on Cam Nelson.
Okay.
Bradle missed the first one.
Oh, okay, so it was a foul on Nelson.
Yeah, we got to pay attention. You and I are sitting here chatting and not watching the game.
We're talking about Ralph Sampson.
Yeah, exactly. Full forward.
Bradle misses both free throws. Mitch Pryor comes up with the rebound, and Bradle is fouled. Fouled by sophomore Aaron Fishman. He goes back to the line.
The hockey game is tomorrow night.
The hockey game is at 2:40 tomorrow afternoon at the Darien Ice Rink. DAF Media will be broadcasting that game as well. So it's kind of like rivalry week here on the DAF Media Network.
Are you that versatile? You can do that game as well, or is someone else do it?
I'll be on the call with Pat Shannon, whose son Ryan played in the NHL.
Look at you.
Sechin working it up.
I thought you were just a basketball junkie.
Nelson with the shot. That's good.
Microwave. He's hit two.
Now you're really going into your archives with the microwave reference.
Vinny Johnson. There's the warm up the bus chant going as predicted.
1:41 remains in the fourth quarter. Darien leads New Canaan 55-40 here at the campus of Darien High School. Not sure if you heard it, but the PA announcer just notified the students to stay off the court post-game tonight.
The charging of the court, or
yeah, this has been a great atmosphere. You certainly don't want to ruin that.
Williams goes 1 for 2 at the line. Sechin with the ball, guarded by Justin Jordan. Over to Nelson. Trying to find an open New Canaan player.
ooh,
That takes the three. Front rim, no good. Bradle comes up with it. Will Roloff took a hard pick on that last play. Good to see he's up and moving.
Darien going to run some clock here. And Sharoy Bentley takes a timeout.
As you see there, the Darien student section, usually in these night games, they might leave at the half, but tonight,
no, they stuck around
They
the whole
stuck
game.
around.
Yeah.
Great visuals there by Ted Brennan on camera 2. Jackson Leone running camera 1 up top there. And of course, Ben Olson directing, doing a terrific job bringing you all the pictures of this game.
It's been a lot of fun.
Damian Andrew, Brendan Ross, John Humphrey joining you tonight in a game that's really, for 3 quarters, was a hotly contested game, and then it just got away from New Canaan, and Darien now up by 16 with 1 minute and 11 seconds left.
Yeah, Coach Meltzer, New Canaan's got to bottle what they did for the first 3 quarters, and that's what you build off of. And then the next step is obviously playing for 32 minutes.
Yeah, Coach Meltzer brought his team here to play, and they did just that.
With the crowd control security now being brought in.
Making sure no students were on the court. On the court now.
Makes our viewing a little more challenging.
On the court now for the Blue Wave is Sean Collins, Jackson Vaught, Mitchell Pryor, Ryan Darby. Darby with the ball is fouled.
Offensive foul, Ryan Darby. Non-shooting.
Seachin with the inbound, or scratch that. Fishman with the inbound over to Seachin. Sean Collins guarding him, and is fouled.
Sometimes these guys think they have a lacrosse stick in their hands, the way they push out. A few more months, they'll get away with that.
Many multi-sport athletes on this Blue Wave team. I believe all the 5 on the court right now for the Blue Wave is multi-athletes.
Yep.
Vaught, baseball, Darby, lacrosse, Mitchell Pryor, football, Collins, lacrosse, and Bradle, football, I believe.
Over the last 12 years, I've had the opportunity to cover this rivalry, and it is a special rivalry in the sense that you have two towns that are close together, very competitive,
Nice
and it's a great rivalry in all sports, as we mentioned earlier.
Could be tiddlywinks. You'll get
Yeah, no,
this
darts.
intensity.
Yeah, right.
Pryor with the ball, passing it around is the Blue Wave. Collins with it, working his way underneath, over to Vaught. Back out to Bradle, trying to take some time off the clock.
I think he traveled.
32 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. Darien leads New Canaan 56-41. Packed house here at Darien High School. Fishman with it, over to Seachin for the 3. Front rim, no good. Vaught with the rebound. Hands it off to Darby. Darby trying to find an open man. Finds Bradle, back to Darby. Over to Pryor, back to Bradle. Clock under 5 seconds. Vaught with it. And that does it here at Darien High School.
They're storming the court anyway.
Final score of this one, 56-41. Darien with an impressive fourth quarter to get the job done. But this was a game very competitive through 3 quarters. New Canaan came to Darien High School to play. There's no doubt about that. And I think Darien's physicality in the second half, later in the second half, wore down the Rams. But an impressive effort by Darien as they run their win streak to 4 games now. They've won their last 4 straight. New Canaan falls to 1-11 in the FCIAC, 4-12 overall, but there are some talented players on this New Canaan program. A number of sophomores who are going to be special players at the next level. But I want to give a shout out quick to our Camera 1 operator Jackson Leone. Ted Brennan on Camera 2 did a terrific job. Ben Olson directing tonight's broadcast, and he did a terrific job.
Great job, guys. That was a lot of fun.
And of course, Brendan Ross on the call throughout this game. John Humphrey, your final thoughts